Yo, yo, yo. What's good, world? Back with another one. Man, this right here is crazy, man. It's too much detail to really explain, but it's about your boy Diddy, man, on what's going on with that situation and stuff, man. You know, it's a lot of allegations with the tunnels, with the kids, the trafficking of, the money laundering, the laundering of the drugs, the guns, the people, just, all of the stuff. And, all these lawsuits, his bond getting denied up to $200 million, him getting new lawyers, 130 people testifying out of like 3,500 people, crazy judges changing up, his living conditions, his phone call, the baby oil, the 800-900 toys that he had, all the stuff that's coming out. I got to show y'all something that's crazy, these tapes, man, and it's about to really explode up, man. I'm gonna keep it short, and I ain't even gonna tell y'all. Check this out. Let me know what y'all think, man. Hit the comments, man. Hit that subscribe button. Run it up. Subscribe. Run it up, man. Appreciate the love and support, man. I'll be going on live later on today. Holla at me.
Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is that?
Well, I mean, part of how they deflect attention from themselves is by, criticizing the morals of others.
Yes.
It's sort of like a preemptive moral strike. Those who are saying Trump is a threat to democracy are themselves actually the threat to democracy.
It feels like we're getting to a place where the rest of us know too much. Like, what happens next now that we know all this? The kidnapper's shown us his face. Like, what happens?
Well, I think if Trump wins, we can do some house cleaning and shed light on things.
Then I'm gay now. He'll fuck me in the ass now.
So there's rumors going around that Tupac actually exposed Diddy a long time ago. The interview in question is the interview that Tupac did with Angie Martinez. Now, initially people said that Angie Martinez didn't put the interview out because she didn't want to spark up more beef between the East Coast and the West Coast. That is kind of true, but that's not necessarily the full truth. Tupac said a whole lot in this interview, a whole lot. Apparently in this interview, Tupac exposed who Diddy really was. And y'all know what I mean by that. So you know what Diddy did, as he does most of the time? It's been said that he paid Angie Martinez to keep that interview in the vault. If this is true, which I would not be surprised if it was, because Tupac was getting a lot of slander when he was in jail. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out of jail and was trying to deliver the same type of damage to Diddy and Biggie and all of them. It means with Diddy going to jail and Pac not being here no more, I think it's time to release that interview, bruh. Biggie's gone, Pac is gone. It's time to release that interview, bruh. Nobody's gonna get hurt now.
What is Bill Gates trying to hide? According to the New York Times, Bill Gates has given Kamala Harris over $50 million. Could it have anything to do with keeping the Epstein client list quiet? Elon Musk told the truth to Tucker. He knows all about this Epstein client list. Watch this.
I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you, for anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead, so in general, you always have to be careful.
Will that ever come out, do you think?
I think part of why Kamala's getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gates.
And Gates.
Yeah.
And I only ask that because you just look at them and you're like, that's a nervous person right there. I don't know. I mean, I assume you know them. Yeah.
Yes. Reid Hoffman was my vice president of business development at PayPal.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
Does he seem nervous to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's terrified of a Trump victory.
Because of the disclosure that would follow?
I think he's certainly ideologically not aligned with Trump anyway, but I think he is concerned about the the Epstein situation.
Of course. It's one of the big reasons, of course, that Melinda Gates divorced Bill Gates, his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
You know, it was also widely reported that Bill had a friendship or business or some kind of contact with Jeffrey Epstein, and that you were not, that was very upsetting to you. Did that play a role in the divorce at all in this process?
Yeah, as I said, it's not one thing, it was many things. But I did not like that he'd had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you made that clear to him?
I made that clear to him. I also met Jeffrey Epstein exactly one time.
Did you?
Yes, because I wanted to see who this man was. And I regretted it from the second I stepped in the door. He was abhorrent. He was evil personified. I had nightmares about it afterwards. So, you know, my heart breaks for these young women because that's how I felt. And here I'm an older woman. My God, I feel terrible for those young women. It's awful.
You felt that the moment you walked in? I didn't realize
was awful.
that. Yeah. And you shared that with Bill, and he still continued to spend time with him?
Any of the questions remaining about what Bill's relationship there was, those are for Bill to answer.
Okay.
But I made it very clear how I felt about him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So $50 million Bill Gates just donated to Kamala Harris, because that Epstein client list will remain behind. It will remain sealed if Kamala Harris wins the presidency.
Yes.
Absolutely 100%.
You know, and he still was doing dumb stuff, you know, still, you know, I'm tired. And I know the world probably tired of him. I wish jail on him, but I wish we could run into a place that we can put these up together, because I got a lot. I feel like Mike Tyson right now. And I'm not even a fighter. I'm a businessman.
You got a lot of people asking who the X's are in the court in Kim's book, the XXX.
You see who it is? He up front. He right there. That's him right there.
What's the backstory?
No, he had no respect for no females. He don't have female for no race. He hide behind Martha Stewart, sketches shoes, all this stuff. I don't even know why he let him go to the Olympics, because he's a bad name for the United States. And I don't care. You understand? I think he is the worst friend. He's a double agent, and he probably LAPD informant. Right there, he got black females on the dog chain. How serious can you be? They can't hold hands. Why don't they hold their hands? They got a dog chain. He supposed to have raped two. I don't know the age. That's why I said supposed to. I believe there was 15 to 16 white girls from Girls Gone Wild. Put something in there, Drake. You know, he got probably was back then. They wasn't using baby oil. They'd take the little Vaseline bottle, squeeze it all out, and suck it in with that. It's easy to control, you know, putting dots, but put weed in it and everything.
Group of guys pretty much ran a train on a girl. She was passed out, underage, and we at the spot. And somebody come busting through the door. It's a female. She's like, "Where Big Homie at?" She said, "Look at this." So she threw me these purple sweatpants. I'll never forget this. And I'm like, "What am I looking at?" So immediately on the outside of the pants, I see like some like dry white substance. And then like inside the pants, I see a lot of dry blood. I'm like, these are like some little girl pants. What's going on? They did this to my daughter, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They bragging about it, making posts on Facebook, calling my daughter a hoe. She an honor roll student. She went over there with her friend, et cetera, et cetera. And she came with a bag of money, bro. Like, she came with a bag of money, bro. Like, and she wanted retribution for this. She called law enforcement and stuff like that. You feel me? I guess they weren't working fast enough for her. It was just a bad circumstance, which just led to more darkness. You feel me? Because like, I didn't know that like they could come up with that much money to put it on me. I didn't know that. So after we found out what was going on, like people came through spinning, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really trying to get up with me. And
sick shit, y'all. Sick shit. Male on male. Okay, no. Said I ain't gonna say that no more. Male on male with a kid, that's a kid. It's some sick shit, y'all. I'm sorry, it's sick. And if any of these things are true, I'm just glad there's other people now that's involved in their naming so the grand jury can investigate and talk to these people and bring these people in. Because everybody ain't gonna protect Diddy. And that will be what I see, what I think. I'm just waiting for December, y'all. I may even push it back to before Thanksgiving, y'all. Because it's gonna be a lot of people in that New York jail. And there's going to be a lot of people going before the grand jury. As y'all know, y'all see it's still going on. I know a lot of people are like, there's only one victim. I told y'all, that was just to get that predator off the streets so he can stop threatening and doing all of these particular things. I still stand by my bail schedule comments that Puffy or Diddy should only have a bill that one alleged victim has for that accusation. But once you get all the alleged victims, it appears going to be coming forward. I think we up to what, 23, 25 lawsuits now? Might be even a little more. I don't know. I don't keep up. But all I'm worried about is the kids and the ones that have been showing that they've been seeking psychological help, and the ones that's on tapes that just found out what had happened to them. All the ones that's coming out, even this 17-year-old young man, I wish he would have came forward a little sooner. I understand kids believe that, and I don't understand it. I know a lot of people don't understand why. I'm going to kill your parents. I'm going to kill your parents. I have never been threatened like that, so I don't know. But I have heard that a lot. When people say, when you make threats that you're going to do act of violence to their mother or their father, that kids shut down. I can't speak on that to talk negative on that because that has never happened to me. But that makes me go, when I hear people say that. That's why they didn't come forward. Out of fear that something was going to happen to their parents and stuff. But it's obviously a true thing that goes on to people because we have heard it a lot of times. So I guess I have to give people that's the reason why they don't come forward a pass, because it's not just one or two people that says that. A lot of the females that over here in Vaughn First been on my case because they felt like I've been coming down hard on victims that don't come forward. I might have to walk that back a little bit because, yeah, you're right. I've never been victimized like that, so I don't know how that acts or how the person deals with stuff like that that traumatize them that way. And I may be coming a little bit too hard. But my only point is, I believe at some time, other than when a new law come out that says you can file you can file back on the cases that they outside the statute, that we thought was outside of the statute of limitation. And now that you have attorneys that putting up 1-800 numbers and all of that, now that you all of a sudden got enough guts to come out and testify or make the claims now, I just find that a little suspicious. But okay, that's Reggie Wright's opinion. It don't make it right. And so I'll walk those back, apologize to any victims that or people that were not even his victims, that were in other similar situations, because some ladies have expressed that in the comment section over here, that, it took them a while to come forward. So I apologize for offending you guys. But really think about it. Do you believe all of the people were victimized like they alleged to be? I believe there's some. I just don't believe it's as many that's been reported.
Spiraled, and it became more than just a matter of pride.
Yeah, well, leaning against his car.
Leaning against his car.
Yeah.
As a show of disrespect.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Like they're waiting on you.
Yeah.
That was just like a sign of, like, yeah.
But were you there?
No.
Okay.
No, but you know, I get the first hand.
Right.
To make things worse, in just a few heart-pounding moments, one
a stripper. And I think Wolf was really in love with her. We all just had a trip together overseas.
Here's where things really start to unravel. Recently, Big Meech dropped a bombshell that's got everyone to let things play out to clear the way for his own plans. So, was it just a tragic night gone wrong, or was there a bigger game at play?
I knew he was building up the atmosphere between Meech and Wolf to go at it. Do you hear me? Wolf get by some kids from BMF. Actually, the dude that he put down with BMF.
We're not gonna let you do that. Not right here, bro. Not in front of all these people and all that shit. And I think Wolf and his cousin left out. And when they came outside, they said he got the shooting. And, unfortunately, he lost his life.
But it doesn't stop there. The second Meech's claim hit the streets, social media exploded. Fans were all over it, debating, speculating, and wondering if there was truth to what Meech was saying. Some folks think Meech is telling it like it is. I think I get it now. All those guys were gangsters, thugs, and the music was a hustle to get money. That's why their business was handled like criminals. They are not businessmen trying to earn a living. They are criminals trying to make a buck. One fan said, "Man, I don't know what to believe, but if what Meech is saying is true, that changes everything we thought we knew about Diddy." Another chimed in, "Wolf was the big homie. He was very protective of the people he loved. I will never..."
You actually know what happened to Tupac?
Joe, it's the biggest open secret in Hollywood. Back in '96, when Tupac was in the midst of his beef with Biggie, he realized his death was inevitable. Every day, he received a new threat from the East Coast, and he had already been shot at once in New York. Well, Biggie and Diddy and their goons weren't Tupac's only problems. It turns out all of the political activism in Tupac's music made him a target of the CIA, and they were looking to potentially take him out. They feared his music could radicalize an entire generation and pose a threat to American democracy. The CIA issued a warning to Tupac to tone down his music, or else. Under threat from many sides, Tupac worked with Death Row Records to stage a shooting in Las Vegas and fake his death. After it was successfully staged, Tupac was sent on a one-way flight to Cuba. As he was a socialist at heart, Fidel Castro welcomed him with open arms. Tupac remains in Cuba to this day, where he helps the poor and even puts on free concerts from time to time.
The reason why Lil Jerome's story even came up again is because rumors have been going around that he is now part of the 120 new SA accusers being represented by Tony Busby. The reason why he was even brought up is because Tony Busby said that crimes in question happened between 1991 and 2024. And since Jerome was just about 9 years old when he started getting around Diddy, he fits the timeline real well. According to Tony, this 9-year-old victim, who people believe to be Lil Jerome, went to an audition to get a record deal with Diddy's Bad Boy Records. But by the time he left, he had been SA'd by both Diddy and several other men in the studio. And according to the 9-year-old, Diddy convinced his parents to keep their mouths shut by promising to give him the record deal he initially auditioned for.
Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents. Once they were in a private area, allegedly Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex upon him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was...
As if all this wasn't disgusting enough, Mark Curry, who was also signed to Bad Boy from 1997 to 2005, recently made some wild allegations about the time he witnessed Lil Jerome having one of his many nervous breakdowns in the studio and running out of the studio with no clothes on.
So one kid, his name is Jerome, Lil Jerome, Childish. He's a gospel dude. And he had a real crazy voice. He was a kid, like 11 years old, 10 or something like that. And then they took one of his songs that he knew how to sing real good in church, and they changed it to a song about him kissing a girl for the first time. He didn't really feel it. He didn't really feel that. He too young to understand what it's like kissing a girl and y'all telling them to say it like this. And they drove that little kid crazy. And that little kid did the Martin Lawrence, took the clothes off and ran out to the street and all of this, which you know they say artists do. When they go through that one. And yeah, man, that's how artists go crazy. I mean, the first thing they do is take their clothes off and run out into the street.
I heard about the whole Martin thing, and the whole industry thing kind of made him go crazy.
He ain't the first one that did that. A lot of them do it. And then he went out to the street speaking in tongues. So you be like, not only is he out the street naked, he's speaking in tongues. I mean, something else got a hold of this man. It's like you kind of like, it's almost like making you sing a song about kissing a girl. You never kissed a girl before. You be like, how can I really sing this song and really love it?
Right.
With Ali mentioning that the Run This Town music video was shot in the tunnels, and you can actually see Ali in a few of the key frames being used as an extra.
They were saying that there might have possibly, maybe somehow, be tunnels under Diddy's mansion.
No, not possibly. There are. I know people that have been in them. I know people that have been to that pool that all that section of the community can reach. People keep forgetting that the city of LA is nothing but layers of tunnels. That's the one thing about, my guy. He's such a geek. He's like me. He knows LA like I know Philly. Inside and out, mysteries, secrets, all of that. There are a lot of tunnels from anywhere from 10 to 15 feet. 20 feet down is the subway?
Yeah.
And then under that, there's another layer, and then there's another layer.
No, 50 feet. You
can go about 50 feet down, and there's tunnels all underneath LA. Why wouldn't the rich and wealthy build their own so that they could have their own secret society just below the ground?
Come up here and play games.
And guess what? They can go and they can do whatever they want, and they can make their troubles disappear from house to house, and nobody see anybody moving around. Those tunnels have been there. They were there long before Diddy was able to buy a house there. The truth is, how did Diddy know to buy the right house with the tunnels underneath? Someone would have had to have told them, see? And like that Playboy bunny from London is now saying, the only difference between a Diddy party and a Playboy party was that there were children there.
You and Jack Nicholson had your own secret passageway into the Playboy mansion.
No.
Is that true?
Well, I think the story was printed that there was a tunnel.
Playboy.com staff members released some blueprints.
See, I tried to sign 2 Chainz one day. It's crazy. Like, so when somebody say that to me, I'm trying to figure out where they think they got that from. Because the only 2 successful teenage that ever come out in hip hop came from me. Bow Wow came 10 years after Criss Cross, and he was the same age.
Yes.
He was 12. When I put them out, they was 11 and 12.
Just like, I knew this. Keep your word, Jayz. Yeah, what is dress, man? It didn't fit. My back was too wide for it. I know, seems like Stevie J bailed on the bed, but I never intended to put a dress on. I just wanted to see if Jack could go through it. You know, his hairdo matched the dress and I like. All he missing is some good old pumps.
Up.
What up?
How you doing?
Good.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you.
Yes. Can you say thank you to all the healthcare workers?
Thank you so much to help people who's helping the sick people. Thank you, Jesus.
Ah, you so special. You so special. You have your music there with you?
Oh, Mommy?
Yeah, you want to do your song? You want to rock out to your song?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's turn up. We setting the tone. We just warming up. We just getting things right. And I wanted you You were my favorite choice to set the energy off because the party's starting now, all right? So we need to see you rock.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm just making sure you're alive. Honorable court. That's a no. 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 Business. It's
Know that. It's a whole lot of money. Hey, yo, I'm talking about coming out there and walking around with my shirt off and with a bunch of jewelry. I with Charles, you know what I'm saying? Most of the business they can.
Leonardo DiCaprio did horrible things during certain parties with Diddy. The photo that just leaked is going to cause Leonardo's biggest downfall. This photo proves even more that he was involved in the Pdiddy affair. Diddy wasn't smart. He filmed all his parties at home. So after his arrest, a lot of photos and videos leaked, including the one with Leonardo and Diddy, where they're seen with several people in a bed doing something strange. The worst part is that Leonardo DiCaprio is hiding now. He left the United States more than 6 months ago and is living quietly in Italy and France. Even I'm disgusted. He's an incredible actor, but now we see his true face. Diddy said that Leonardo DiCaprio was his favorite guest at the Freak-Offs, especially since he never missed a party, so we can only imagine the horrors Leonardo may have committed during those nights. The files that have come out will destroy his career, that's for sure. It's only a matter of time. We thought he was untouchable, but this photo is proof that no one escapes the truth, not even the biggest stars. Soon, everyone will see Leonardo's true face, and there won't be any roles left for him in Hollywood.
My dad should be in jail right now. He's shameless. The things he did to my brother are simply unacceptable. We never had the chance to speak about it in the media out of fear of him, but now I'm done. Truly, I need to tell you all the truth. He's been doing these things for years, ever since we were little. He never touched me because I didn't give him the chance, but my brother wasn't as lucky. He suffered a lot at his hands, and our mother was always afraid, so she never did anything. I've already left home, and now he's terrified that everything will come to light, but I think it's only fair that it does. The truth to be told, he will pay for everything he's done, and not just him, but other celebrities involved, those you all think are good people, but are actually the worst in the industry. I'm going to disappoint many of you today. And to be honest, I don't know what might happen to me after this video comes out, but I don't want to worry about that right now. You deserve the truth, and I owe it to you. I've prepared an entire video exposing all the dirt of Hollywood with details. Just comment part 2 right now on the video, and click follow here on the profile so you don't miss the next video I'll be making later today. Can I count on you? Comment part 2 now.
Bet. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told Diddy no at first. Diddy paid me a bag, and we did some things that I'm not proud of, and my wife's not proud of. I didn't know he was recording.
Man, the internet is in shambles with all of this leaked audio surfacing. And according to the sources, there's gonna be more leaked audio from Diddy in prison, as well as Kevin Hart. So as soon as I get my hands on that, guys, I will be sure to make sure I upload this. Now, Suge Knight did speak out, man, and say this was actually gonna happen.
Any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
Now peeps, it looks like Suge Knight is having a bit of sympathy for Diddy after he was arrested due to several findings by Homeland Security.
I didn't see that.
A new exclusive report in Us Weekly reveals actor Denzel Washington had a heated confrontation with rapper Sean Diddy Combs at an all-night party back in 2003.
There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite. Don't bother him.
Yeah.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left on from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay? Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Did Jay reach out yet? Nah, he ghosted. That's what I'm doing. They sweet now because I'm in here. It's all good. You about to get out on bail. Now, hey, yo, check this out.
They just, you know, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're going to leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat.
And after that, we got to turn it up. Sound man, let's get the mic right. Turn it down a little bit. Shout out to Ciroc Vodka. Taste it, you'll love it. For real. I think I made my point clear. So if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kid's downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much.
What if I told you there's proof Diddy performs strange satanic-like rituals on his party guests and had his guests worship the woman? Then, everyone proceeded to eat food right off her body.
Denzel Washington, who is known to be one of Hollywood's pillars of integrity and calm, but at one of Diddy's notorious No Limits parties, everything changed. Denzel witnessed something so shocking that he couldn't stay silent. Now the whole internet says he didn't just walk away, he has evidence. And now with Diddy facing serious charges, there's a question no one can answer. Did Denzel hand over footage to the feds? And what he saw during these parties that made him lose his cool? Now for those who don't know, Denzel is a Hollywood legend, known for his unwavering morals and for staying far away from scandals. But back in 2003 at one of Diddy's infamous parties, something happened that left him shaken. These weren't just any parties. Diddy's gatherings were known for their exclusivity excess and outrageous behavior. But on that night, even the unflappable Denzel couldn't remain calm. I mean, look at these pics. Diddy has a lot of underage girls attending his parties under the influence. But the worst thing about these parties is this mega mansion that has a lot of cameras hidden so they can catch celebs' private videos. Back to Denzel witnesses say Denzel stormed out furious after seeing something that shocked him to the core. But what did he see that night? And why are rumors still swirling that he handed over the footage to the feds that could bring down one of the biggest names in music? Now, before diving into that fateful night in 2003, it's essential to understand the worlds of Denzel Washington and Sean Diddy. Comes two men who, while occupying the same Hollywood landscape,
Well, when have we ever seen the details of a federal indictment be sealed? They got the details sealed on the indictment. Have we ever seen this? So what does that mean? There are people on that indictment that, if it comes out, a lot of things can get crazy. Like I didn't just up my catastrophic life insurance policy because, you know, I know what's coming after this. So, you know, I see people like Jaguar Wright, people like that, and other little people. You know, I've been at war with these people for years. Me and the guys, the Goulas, the Clique members, we've been at war with these people for years. So, like, I hope other people know what's coming next, because it's not just going to end here. So, like, you know, I'm really in war mode right now, bro. So it's about to get dark. So everybody who coming out, I hope y'all know what's coming next. So you better be on your P's and Q's.
Kid laying there, you're assuming it's a grown woman. So he made everybody be with a minor, you know, against your will, and he recording the shit. Same girl needed to do a number 2 on stage. She performing. She told him, I need to go off stage. I need you to battle. He told her no. She ended up shit on stage. It was a went everywhere, and Denzel Washington grabbed up his wife, mobbed up to Diddy, and was like, man, you don't respect nobody, and had to run up out there. That's the incident they're talking about with Denzel Washington had to run up out of there.
So that's why Denzel and his wife left that party, because of that
Because
incident?
she shit on stage, and she was only 14 years. He didn't know she was 14. It was just the fact that she shit on stage and in front of everybody. And then Diddy took her to a room and beat her ass because she shit on stage. Then he would only give her water baths and not let her wash with soap. I'm going to say allegedly because she's still Jane Doe right now. I'm going to say allegedly. You know what I mean? It's allegedly. But she wants a DNA on 2 of his kids because they took 2 baths. And then Diddy took her to a room and beat her ass because she don't say. Then he would only give her water baths and not let her wash with soap. I'm gonna say allegedly because she's still Jane Doe right now. I'm gonna say allegedly. You know what I mean? It's allegedly. But she wants a DNA on 2 of his kids because they took 2 babies out of her. They kept her locked up and they had her babies at the house. The 2 babies they took out of her stomach. That's not allegedly.
Damn.
And allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, she had a 3 with Diddy and his own mama / auntie, and she had a 3 with Nelly and Diddy. That's not alleged.
No.
Allegedly. Sorry, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. Congratulations on the baby. I love y'all together. It was 20 years ago. Don't get mad at 20. We talking about 20 years ago. Don't get emotional. We just telling our truth, people. Please don't get mad. It's some of y'all's favorites. It's gonna kill y'all. It's gonna devastate y'all when you hear the names involved, because we all grew up on these people. We all love these people. We'd have never thought these people would have been involved in the things that they're involved in. We're just telling our truths, everybody, and it was 20 years ago. So please don't judge us or say we lying. We're being nice enough to let y'all know what's going on from an insider point of view. If you were not even there, don't tell somebody they lying when you weren't even there.
Big facts. And fans love to say.
Someone said that when they did the raid, I'm on them tapes and there's multiple A-list celebrities running on me. I'm the one that gave Ray J and Kim Kardashian to connect. Me, Ray J, Brandy, we all grew up in the same church. Their father is my vocal coach. Cassie is coming over to our apartment, hanging out. We're all friends. And I ran into Tamiko Thomas, one of Diddy's handlers, wranglers. He played on the fact that he knew I liked to rap, sing, and perform. And that's why he would bring me back year after year saying, you're getting closer, like initiation, you're getting closer. But it never happened. But he kept making me, sexually perform while he was wheeling and dealing, getting jewelry from Jake the jeweler, cutting a deal with this person, recording me and him over there so he can extort that person out of woo-woo. We all didn't know, but he had a plan the whole time. And that's why he made people sign NDAs that said, you can't talk about what we went through until 20 years after I died. But I never signed that.
Okay. You good with contraptions.
Okay. Look at all her snot. I'm doing it. Wow.
Oh, for real, you got a lot of snot right now.
I thought it wasn't nasty.
I'll drink her snot. It's my daughter.
Look at her, no.
Not today, though.
My son died because he was my son.
He died because of
He
your
was targeted because he's my son.
He
was working on his EP. I bought Philadelphia for him so he didn't have to sign to a company because I knew what it was going to do. He interned at Rock Nation. And they approached him to sacrifice me. I saw his death when he was 19. I moved us here to stop it, to prevent it, to avoid it. They take them anyway, to show you what the harm is. Giovanni, his death is why I do what I do.
Hey, could you get that sliding underneath that shit, though? That joint goes down, and you running through it, go get crazy.
Y'all do the superhero slide like the movies?
Hey, yo, you don't like my movie?